So you're probably wondering, how do I complete the Vesper Host dungeon? Well, here is your guide. I'm going to be breaking down encounter by encounter so you guys can see everything here. I'm sorry if my voice is a little delayed. I'm recording this through a video pad, so the video is a little bit delayed on my side as I'm recording this audio. So, what you're going to do when you first get in here is that you're going to kill all the ads. And then it says, it's going to eventually see a prompt above the in-game prompt that says Vicarital or something approaches. And it's going to be on the left-hand side. You're going to see both. And I'll let you know when the prompt appears. But eventually they're going to spawn once you kill all the ads. And it's always going to be spawning on the left side. So once that happens, you guys can always, if you guys get lost, please refer to the background gameplay, as that's another way you guys can fully see it. But the short thing is, this is like Deep Stone Crypt, where you have an operator buff, so the op's gonna shoot the panels, but it's just not like a normal scanner where the panels glow yellow. How you're gonna do this is, it says a viral carrier approaches. So you're going to kill them. Those are the two prompts I was exactly going to give you. So the scanner is going to walk past. If you guys see in the background gameplay on my radar, you see how there's those yellow panels. If a panel glows white, it will trigger. That means that's the correct panel. As you can see in my background gameplay, the panel on the door just turned white. So that means that is a panel I shoot. There's always going to be 4 panels throughout the whole dungeon. And I'll explain each bit by bit. So if you guys get lost or anything, you guys can always refer to the background gameplay. But I am trying a new way. So before we get to that point, I just want to say, if you guys liked the video, please like the video and subscribe and comment down below. And before I forget, there's one other important mechanic. Make sure you guys don't do like me, where I forget to deposit the buff. Because once the buff timer runs out, you will die, and it will reset. So make sure you try to do this as fast as you can. So that's how you do this encounter. You're going to, again, TLDR, you're going to run around, kill all the ads, then a viral uh, contaminant or thing approaches. Scanner's going to look around the map. As you guys can see, you're going to see if a panel goes white. If it goes away and doesn't turn from gold to white, that means it is not it, but you're going to want to shoot the panels that glow white. And it's going to be different in every instance. And if you shoot the wrong one, you will die. So that's how you do it. And if you guys get lost, once you guys get through this part, you're going to go through the doors after you deposit your buffs. And once that happens, you'll follow the paths on screen and you'll get to the first encounter. And I'll see you guys in the next portion on when I get that first encounter. I'll see you guys there. So now that you made it to first encounter, what you guys are going to want to do is, in order to start the encounter, you guys are going to go want to straight to that orb in the center, which is basically the AI. So you're going to interact with it. A giant brig is going to spawn in, just like so. You guys are going to want to nuke that brig. Just be careful of those ads. They're very tanky at times, especially when you're not paying around. Unfortunately, this was very hard on contest mode. So this is your post contest now that you made it to the first encounter. And what you guys are gonna do here is you guys are gonna kill that brig. Then this stupid Valkyrial person's gonna spawn, whatever the name is. Ignore them as hammer throw for this guide. But then one person is gonna pick that up. You're gonna have 3 rooms. You're gonna have a heart. You're gonna have a brain, and then you're gonna have lungs. So you can either split up into 2 teams, either 1 team, 2 teams, or 3 teams. I did 2 teams where 2 people went, and then I went and soloed 1 room. You could definitely solo this, as you know, all dungeons in Destiny 2 do that. So you're going to kill ads. You're going to be working your way through each part. There's going to be 2 of these snipers. They're the machines apprentices. Remember, those 2, you're going to have those throughout the whole raid. Those 2 are the mini bosses. So you're going to go through like so. And then you're eventually going to get to this room here. Each room's going to be different. So you're definitely, if you have the buff, you're definitely going to want to deposit here, but you're going to kill those shanks after you deposit. Every room's a little bit different, but the mechanics are the same. So I'm gonna roll the background gameplay where you guys can see the background gameplay in both rooms. So as you see, there's 2 in their spawn room, so I'm gonna nuke those here. That way they don't come later on and kill me. So this is how I do it. But the mechanic here is the same. So you guys are gonna kill ads and get to these rooms. There's gonna be 3 rooms. On contest mode, this was hard because you only had 6 minutes for the whole entire thing. So I'm gonna go run out and I'm gonna go get my buff. You're gonna have an operator and scanner just like the first part. But operator, basically the gist of this encounter is the operator is going to shoot the panels that the scanner tells them. As you can see, I'm killing them because they're the most annoying pieces of shanks. They're very hard, and they can actually make you miss shoot. So either buff's gonna spawn in that or there, or the one coming up. So as like before, scanner is going to scan which one it is. So you can go close. You kind of want to go a little close. Like that one here turned white, so that is the correct one. That one is not. So you can either do this on solo. Solo, you have to scan all of them if you guys want to do solo. But if you guys just want to look around, you have to memorize it. Usually we come up with numbers starting front to back, like that is 1. So there's numbers you can do, ways to remember. But once you're done, you're going to deposit it in the terminal. Then you're going to go back out and get operator. Like he tossed me operator. So I'm going to run out and get operator just like so. And then the operator, like I mentioned, operator is going to shoot the panels that were glowing white after I stand by. So they start orange goldust and they become orange or yellow or white, depending on your colorblind mode. I play a colorblind mode. So that's how you can see. Then once you shoot all 4 panels correctly, you're going to grab this core that's going to spawn. And this core is important because you cannot progress to the next encounter. This is one of the mechanics. So you're going to kill the shanks. This is why I definitely kill them, because they can make your life a living hell. So I always kill them. That way there's no issues. But you guys are going to make sure you deposit buffs here. You do not want to leave these 2 rooms where the buff terminals are without depositing. Because if you guys do, you guys will die with the buff, and it'll be 100 times harder to get it back. So coming out, you're going to have those mini Stace Dustfield Shanks, and then you're going to have 2 of those machine apprentices. I can't think of the exact name. And you're going to want to kill them so you don't have to deal with them. Make sure you guys don't let the core despawn. So you guys can kill them without letting the core despawn. As the core despawns, you're going to do the other 2 rooms, and then you can fix it. At the time of making this video, Bungie has not patched the glitch where you guys can swap weapons as it spawns. So as it banks, you guys can deposit and you guys can cheese this. Unfortunately, I'm not a person that does that in this guide, so I want you guys to do that. But in order to open up the bank spot, you guys are going to want to bake those bricks. So put like a super Gallahorn on to break those big bricks, which would then open up the shield around. So it's going to open up the shield in the back where you can deposit. So it's on the other side over here. Just make sure you guys kill ads. This is where a lot of teams get complacent and decide. So now you guys will rinse and repeat on the other two sides. And then so you guys are going to do that. Eventually, down the line, you guys will make it through the servitor encounter. So I'm going to let the background gameplay but mute. And I'll see you guys when we get to the servitor room, where you guys can follow the path on screen. As you can see, the two buffs are in here. But my teammates did this one. They didn't tell me they did this one. So that's why I went over here. But this is how you do this encounter. You're just going to rinse and repeat until all three are done. Once you get the third one, a bigger brick's going to respawn. And you're going to kill that. It's all the same style. So Gallahorn, supers, just stuff to make it your life easier. So that's how you do this encounter. And I'll see you guys when we get to the servitor room, which is like a jumping puzzle / maze. So now that you finished the first encounter, you guys are going to go through this room like there's no tomorrow. So eventually it's going to lead you to the servitor room. So you guys are going to kill ads, follow the path on screen. If you guys get lost, that's why I always include the path and stuff so you guys can see the correct way to go. And while we're here and just seeing the path, if you guys have made it this far in the guide, please let me know. And let me know your thoughts on the guide as always. I will be helping people with dungeons every day until either no one else needs it. So if you guys ever need help with dungeon or raids, come in the Twitch chat and I'll be sure to help you guys. We're also live over on TikTok. All the links are in the bio. As well as join the Discord. I'll probably put a thing up for you guys can register. That way you guys can do this. So the whole point, now that we made it to the thing, is now we're going to have to run away from the servitor. So you're going to have what's called power reserves. That's how you open the charge doors. So you definitely want to run away from the servitor. If you guys going to get lost, you guys can follow the path on screen, which will open up the doors to the cores. The cores are important here as they provide extra power. So if you guys need power reserves, close the door behind you. But make sure you guys watch the servitor. It is super annoying. It likes to integrate you without your basically permission. Basically integrating Larry. They always want to integrate you so they can be basically integrating you with the hive mind. I guess this is a hive mind according to the lore. I'm not a person that reads or does lore. It's just how it is. So watch it here. You guys can follow the path on screen on how we do it. But I'm going to let the background gameplay roll, and this is an integration. So I'm going to let the background gameplay roll out, and I'll see you guys once you guys make it through the jumping puzzle, a little bit of portion, and this part, when you guys make it to the second encounter. Once you guys make it to the second encounter, that encounter is pretty easy, and then it just leaves the boss fight after the boss fight. So I'll see you guys when you guys get over there. Oh, you guys have made it to the second encounter. So, what I definitely want to do before you guys do that, if you guys have done other rounds like me and like background gameplay, make sure you guys put a couple things to separate in chat. So, how you guys start the encounter is you guys are gonna run up and start it just like so. So, the whole point of this encounter is you guys are gonna be introduced to a new buff called Suppressor, and you're definitely gonna want to remember all three ops and suppressor. You can do either way where everyone takes a role, or someone can do two. Like here, I tend to take 1 to 2. So the whole point here is you guys are gonna kill ads. You definitely want to kill ads, and then that machine priest I told you guys about will be coming around. So you're gonna kill ads until he spawns. Definitely watch those balls that the servitor is dropping. That servitor from the first from that jumping puzzle / area, as you can see, the machine priest done. But as I was saying, that servitor from before is the final boss. So what you're gonna do here is kill ads. Then once the machine priest is dead, once he is gone, no longer exist. And in this fight, you definitely are gonna be dying a lot. One of the people that do suppressors, just how the spawn is. But you definitely want to kill all the explosives. They're annoying. These shanks are so freaking annoying. It's like the worst thing in existence. So, you guys are going to kill all the ads. And then another buff. That buff, Viterial Carrier Approaches, will be coming back. That's basically going to be how everything spawns. So, he's going to spawn right near the boss. And I think they do it here in this gameplay. Unfortunately, I didn't write a script, so I'm kind of winging this on the fly. So you're going to see Suppressor on the ground. So the whole point is someone's going to grab Suppressor. I know I got pushed into this part. I forgot that was in this clip. So he's going to hit Suppressor, and then he's going to hit the thing where the servitor is going to go into tiny balls. As you can see, they're basically itty-bitty servitors. I don't know if I can stop the gameplay. But let's see. You're going to see the ones that are glowing. You're going to look for the ones that are glowing. They're going to have glowing marks. And they have a corresponding number. When we get to that point, I'll definitely point it out when we get to that point. But they're going to have a number like servitor 1 through 9. They're labeled 1 through 9. As far as I've seen in my gameplays, I don't know if there's more. But there's going to be 2 of them glowing. And I'll try to put it there so you guys can see it. But you're going to put those 2 numbers, write it down, put it in game chat, so you guys can see where it is. You definitely want to be able to know where they are, so you don't do that. So you don't forget it, because that's going to be key for the operator buff. So you're going to rinse and repeat. It's going to kill all the ads, kill the machine priest once it spawns. Then it's going to take you back upstairs. And I'm not going to leave you guys here this part. I'm a person that will show you guys the next part. And then as well as boss. So you guys are going to watch those orbs. They're annoying here. He likes to hit you in corners. So definitely like stuff that can kill ads from far away, like Graviton Lance. I was using my hand cannon, as you can see. I can't think of the name on top of this. So as always, kill those exploder shanks. I've actually had a couple of my teams wipe because we lost track of them. Because they're a one shot. Look at them. They just killed 2 of us for 1 shank. So you definitely want to do that. As always, kill all the ads so the Vicarial guy approaches. This is where your scanner is probably going to be, your suppressor is probably going to be sacrificing yourself. Because whenever you get the buff, you definitely want to play back when it comes to this. But you're going to have to deposit where he can do that. And then you're going to shoot it. You can either have him do it or you can shoot it. But let me see if I can show you guys in the background gameplay. So the 2 that are glowing, as you guys can see, unfortunately it doesn't let me stop it because it will stop the whole recording. So you guys are going to go down and rinse and repeat. Now that you know the 2, now you know the 4 that you have to shoot. So a person's going to grab operator, like you see me in this thing, and then they're going to shoot those panels. It doesn't have to be in order, but you just want to shoot them here. Like here, I'm new to this, we're all new to this dungeon. So I actually take the time to look at it. If op dies, it does trigger you guys staying longer. So that way you guys can basically do it correctly. Because if op dies with it, you guys are basically out of luck. as you guys can see, I'm looking for this last one to do it. And yeah, we'll get to the boss fight in just a second once it happens. So now that that happens, you shoot all 4 ops going to deposit, then you're going to kill suppressor here. This is where you definitely have to be on your game. So you guys are going to deposit, and you guys are going to shoot that man. And it's going to turn him into little itty bitty, how do I word it, servitors, as you can see. And you want to nuke them. So this is DPS. You guys are not going to have long for DPS. Doing about the DPS what we did, which was rockets, well, Titans use galley, and look at that damage. That was actually pretty good damage because we don't have anything. As you can see, I'm just swapping some stuff around to make it easier on myself. So that's how we do that. And then you just rinse and repeat and stuff. Unfortunately, this was one of the footage I was playing, and then I forgot the path here. But if you guys get lost for the jumping puzzle, you definitely just want to push through the jumping puzzle and follow the path on screen, so you guys can see all of that. And then I'll see you guys when you guys get to final boss, because you're just going to rinse and repeat the same mechanics until you get to final boss. And I figured I'll let the background gameplay roll so you guys can see how you do that. But before I forget, you definitely want to make sure you guys are putting like a slash or something in between in-game chat, so you guys don't have to do with what I did, because trying to do it fast in this encounter, because you have very little time with the operator. As you can see, I changed some loadout rounds, so I didn't have to deal with what I wanted to run. So you're going to definitely do that, so you guys can do that. So I definitely swapped my loadout while we were doing that. So just rinse and repeat. Make sure you guys type like a slash or a dash if you guys are on keyboard and mouse, which will allow you to do it. So that's how you do that. I'm going to see you guys when you guys get through the final boss. I included the jumping puzzle portion as well as the rest of this in there, so you guys can see what it does, so you guys don't have to, understand where I end up forgetting the path. So it's always in here. And I'll see you guys when you get the final boss. So now that you made it to the final boss, you're going to run up to start the encounter. This is where you're definitely going to want a good team. You're definitely all going to have to work together. We were trying what's it called? So basically, we'll talk about the best loadout when we get a chance. You're definitely going to acquire suppressor like I did. And then watch your radiation level. So you guys are going to do suppressor by pushing it down with your grenade key, just like in the last encounter. And you're going to kill those little freaking decoys. Yes, I call them decoys because they're definitely annoying. So definitely like a perfect paradox shotgun here is definitely good. So once you kill 2 rounds, 2 of those decoys, 2 more are going to spawn as well as the next buff. What Scanner's going to do here is that there's 4 pillars around this room. Unfortunately, I didn't get the footage for the scanner here. But they're going to look around and tell me a number. There's going to be a panel that glows, and they're going to tell me a number of where it is, if it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. But the person is going to shoot those 4 pillars that belong to that number. Like there's 4 number 1s, 4 number 2, 4 number 3. And you could definitely pay attention. Unfortunately, I forget where their numbers are. There's so many different pillars here. So definitely pay attention here. Watch yourself for these ads. They're the most annoying thing here. As you can see, I just died and they have to rescan now. So that's what they're going to do. Eventually, once you get all 4 deposited and shot, they're going to trigger, it's going to trigger a door. There will be big flashing lights, and I'll talk about that when we get to that point, which will be here in a few seconds. And as you guys can see me struggling around to find it. That's how good they did on this room, because it's definitely chaotic. You definitely have to watch yourself with the ads and everything. And I think, as you can see, I like to go around and look completely everywhere, so there's no issues. So once you guys do that, a door's going to open. And it's going to big flashy light. So it's on the right hand side. You guys can see the big flashy lights that's showing that's down. So you guys are going to run down. You guys can overpass this ads here, but I killed them a little bit. So you guys are going to go forward. Make sure you guys watch those little decoys. They are the most annoying pain ever. So you don't need suppressor here. So you could do that, but like right here, I'm almost dead because of it. So Op is going to grow and shoot all these panels. They vary room by room. There's a couple that are just, he's going to nuke you if you guys get close. Once you guys do that, Scanner, as you guys can see, I did it kind of faster. Scanner is going to tell me which one it is. So it's the same thing. They're going to look and tell me which one it is. And then he's going to drop a core. You want to grab this core, and you want to go down into this room. This is where you guys deposit your buffs before you do this. You have plenty of time. So you guys are going to deposit that core. It's going to seal off the room, so those guys can't hurt you. They're annoying. They're going to drop a shield, and then you guys are going to go forward. What I recommend here, if you guys didn't place your buff, to place it now, but I recommend one person going. These decoys and these radiation are the worst. So I'm going to go first here, and you guys can follow the path on screen. So you're definitely going to want to run. Watch these lasers. I run through it like I did here, but the guy will chase you, so definitely watch yourself. You don't want to get to 9 radiation or you will die. So I'm going to get through, and I think my teammate's going for the res, or I'll go for the res. But once you get through, that's how you guys handle this. As you can see there, this is where a lot of radiation teams happen. Is the worst thing is that we were talking in the background footage, which you guys can see in the completion, that we want to have like some sort of armor and stuff that can do it. But do not shoot. Operators shouldn't shoot anything without everyone being in the room, which is why I went back. So it's the same thing as the other room. The plates do change. So as you can see, something like this one's going to be really tricky because you have this one that's behind here and it's basically out in the open and you will die. It's annoying. I'm going to admit, it's annoying with these pillars. So as always, you're going to shoot. It's going to do that. I'm going to bank in the lower terminal. My teammate's going to, with Scanner's going to tell me which one it is. There's 2 here. And they're annoying. That's why you have to really pay attention to your scanner. And we second guessed ourselves because he was telling us one call out. But you definitely want to make sure, and then you just rinse and repeat what you did. Then when this happens, you guys are gonna go on a different path. Once I know he's in here, I'll go show you guys a different path. You guys are gonna basically go up to the main encounter. It's gonna teleport. You're gonna go back up to the main. You guys can all run. I recommend everyone here books it. He's the most annoying here. This is where it costs a lot of teams on day one is radiation and stuff and boss fight, which we'll get up to in the boss fight. And then once we explain the boss fight, we'll do that. So you're going to go up here. We went kind of the long way so we didn't get killed by radiation. So you're going to run through like normal. I definitely run a shotgun here so they don't kill us. I'm going to go through this door here because they're very annoying. I'm going to admit these guys are annoying. So you're going to run through like normal. I recommend Thunderlord for boss. It nukes him with all the lightning strikes. As you guys can see, this is how we did it. So once all of the people up here is going to open the hatch, you're going to get teleported. He's at the anomaly. I recommend throwing a Titan. Titan, use your shields. But you guys are going to constantly be running around. You're going to have one person. I did one person that just handled all the decoys. Because down the line, towards the end of thing, the boss is going to commune with the anomaly. And he's going to need us. And one of them's going to drop a core. Like in this part, if you guys stay in the air, those lightning attacks won't kill you. But you definitely want to make sure you guys watch it, because when he starts communing with the anomaly, one of those clones, decoys, are going to be the one that drops the core. Like here, the core is dropping so you guys can see what it is. So I'm going to I think in this part or one of the boss fights, I actually sacrifice myself to get the core. We definitely want to do that. Yeah, it's here. I die. So I just tell them to leave me. But when the hatch is open, you guys are going to want to do what you guys did for first encounter. So he's communing with the anomaly. We're all going to get in here, and you're going to deposit the core, which will shut the doors. Then we can go back to damage, and then you don't have to worry about who basically the decoys. Just stay up, move around. Those anomaly strikes are so hard to do that, so I recommend just getting on a pillar. We moved around. We were the team that moved around, but look at Thunderlord's damage. We couldn't do the one weapon that was recommended on day one. I'm trying to think of the name, but I unfortunately can't look at the name right now. Let's see if I can find the name. We didn't get a chance to do that. But down the line, you guys are going to run through here, and the crack right there is going to open. And you're just going to jump down. And then once that happens, it will close off the hatch. You definitely can't go in later, or your team will wipe. So you definitely want to do it that way. And then once you guys are through, I change my weapons around. And then you guys are good to rinse and repeat everything you did. You guys are just going to rinse, repeat, breathe if it was a little chaotic, and then just rinse and repeat. And that's how you guys do that. Once you guys kill the boss, that is it. Unfortunately, there's not much else. You guys will see me shoot where the messages, but that will be a separate guide. I haven't had time to complete the quest. So that's how you guys do the Vesper of the Deep. Vesper's Host. If you guys have any questions or really want to get in touch with me, you guys can join the Discord. We're always live over at twitch.tv/ArcStorm2, as well as TikTok. Links are in the description box. If you guys ever need help, come in. We'll just play. I'm doing this as much as I can to help you guys out. As I normally do, I'm getting back into the content creation portion. So I thank you guys all for watching and have a wonderful time, and I'll let the background gameplay roll out so you guys can enjoy it.